What's up YouTube? Welcome to the new video. Today I'm going to take you through a full day of eating on extra low calories. This is super low. And I'm going to show you guys the macros and the total calorie amounts for every meal that I'm eating. Right now I'm 8 weeks out of my pro qualifier and anywhere from 5 to 6 weeks out of my regional qualifier to get to that pro qualifier. So I wanted to show you guys what it's like to eat poverty calories for somebody my size. Now keep in mind, before you watch this video, everything with calories is relative. So this calorie amount to you might feel like, oh, that's not super low, but you need to keep in mind, I'm like 250 pounds at 7 or 8% body fat. So just keep that in mind when you're watching this video. But without further delay, I'm starving. I just got back from doing cardio and I'm feeling dead. So it's time to eat meal one. Let me show you guys what that is after I get it done. Meal one is ready. So let me show you guys what I am having. Let's start with the protein and fat sources. So this is 300 grams of egg whites and 2 whole eggs. I just basically scramble it in the pan. Basically, you could tell it just came out of the pan. I don't know if you could see, it's steaming really badly. But I also throw in some pepper, mushroom, and spinach here. We want to get volume when we're eating a little amount of food, but we also want micronutrients, which is what this is providing. And speaking of micronutrients, excuse me, let me show you this. So this is a combination of fruit. This is 100 grams of watermelon, a little less than that actually, a tiny little bit of cantaloupe. I think it's like 15 grams or something. And then there is 50 grams of kiwi in here. So basically with fruit, I need to get 15 grams of carbs from fruit. So I can do blueberries, strawberries, watermelon, cantaloupe, kiwi, like literally any fruit, guys, is gonna be okay. And you can in fact eat fruit when you're cutting and dieting really hard. It's not gonna hurt your cut. That is the biggest bunch of BS that's on the internet. And for the last thing on the docket here, we have 40 grams of oats. So I'll put the macros up for this meal. I'm gonna eat this now and I'll check back in with you guys for meal 2 shortly. Now it's time for meal 2, which this is typically my pre-workout meal. It is today as well, but I have a posing session with my posing coach right before this. So I'm gonna eat this right now, then I'm gonna go train. But I wanna show you guys what it is. There is only 35 grams of cream of rice in here, which is very low amount. You'll see in the carb amount here, it's very low. There's 200 grams of strawberries, and there's 2 scoops of protein powder in here. I also threw on some Walden Farms zero sugar strawberry syrup and some sea salt on here. When I was talking about volume earlier, 200 grams of strawberries is the same amount of calories and carbs as 100 grams of blueberries, right? So I'm gonna always opt on these super low days like this to have the more voluminous kind of food because it's gonna help fill you up a little bit more. Even though it doesn't equate to more calories, it makes you feel like you're eating more. It's more of a mind game than anything. Plus, I love strawberries. So let me eat this. I'm gonna go train. I'll check back in with you guys for the post-workout meal. Training session in the books today was a pull workout, and it's always tough when you are going in on super low calories to get your mind right and get yourself to the ability to train. I just published a video earlier last week about, training, and I actually took you guys through a pull workout. So go watch that right now if you haven't. I'll link it in the cards here. But, in that video, I talk a lot about how mindset is everything with training. If you go in there, expect to not do well because your food's super low or something and you're cutting hard, you're going to end up manifesting that, and that's how your workout's going to be. So I made sure to get my mind right before I went in the gym. I was kind of struggling a little bit with energy and stuff, but once that first set got in, I was clicking and I was ready, and now I'm ready to eat this meal. So let's check out what I got here. We have a super low carb meal. It's 140 grams of potatoes, 100 grams of zucchini, and there's 180 grams of chicken breast in there. And then I use this sugar-free stir-fry sauce from G. Hughes right here, 5 calories per serving in that. Now, I opt for potatoes for my carb source, especially on this low day like this, because of the fact that, as I said earlier in the video, you always want to choose volume and more voluminous foods whenever you are cutting hard like this, because the potatoes are going to have more fiber, they're going to have more micronutrients, and they're going to help you to feel fuller when you are dieting very hard. Now, on the flip side, when I'm bulking, I'm going to always choose jasmine rice or something like that, because when I'm eating 400 grams of rice per meal or something like that, I don't want to have that sitting in my stomach and making me feel super full. I'm trying to burn through the food and have my body digest it better. So it really just depends on where I am. And, these are little secrets I'm trying to give you guys. Whether you're bulking, cutting, whatever you're doing, if you're cutting especially and your calories are really low, it's a good time to throw in some potatoes, some veggies, and make sure that you're covering your bases. And those will help you feel more satiated. So I'm gonna throw meal 3 down here and check back in with you guys for the next meal, which is very low calorie. Also, this is the first time I've tried this sauce, and it is absolutely excellent. So I highly recommend you guys go pick this up. This is really, really good. I wanted to turn the camera back on and tell you guys that. Random point, but it's excellent. Try it out. Meal 4 is ready, and I'm actually really excited to eat this, even though it's absolute poverty calories. Well, let me show you guys what I did. So I literally just took it out of the air fryer. I decided for the lean protein source in this meal, I wanted tilapia. I don't know if you can see that, but it actually looks really, really good. So we have 55 grams of protein worth of that. And then there's 100 grams of lettuce in here, and I sprinkled in a few banana peppers. That's it. That's the meal. There's no fats. There's no carbs. It's just veggies and protein. And then I'm going to put on some Polynesian sugar-free sauce, G. Hughes, again, for the win. And then a little bit of the Melinda's green sauce. So this is 0 calories, this one. And this one I'll have to weigh because it's 5. I think it's 5 calories. Yeah. So that's one thing I want to tell you guys is if you're cutting, you definitely need to weigh your sauces and condiments if you are really dieting hard, because I'm telling you right now, I could easily just dump half the rest of this bottle in there. That would add 30, 40 calories. You do that 4 or 5 times a day, that's going to add up. I'm telling you right now, it's going to add up. So I'm going to eat this meal. This is going to be a nice change of pace. I literally have not had fish this entire prep yet. It's just good to change things up and change up protein sources sometimes. You'll notice sometimes maybe that your stomach or your digestion isn't processing things as well. Sometimes you just need to change your protein source. So if like you've been eating a bunch of chicken for months and months and months and months, sometimes it's good to rotate in some shrimp or some tilapia or cod or any other kind of white fish like that. And then for your fattier cuts of meat, which I'll show you is my last meal, sometimes it's good to rotate in like a salmon or ground beef, and you can rotate those back and forth. That's what I give my clients a lot of times. I find really good success with that. It helps you to not get bored with the meals. It helps you to vary the micronutrient profile you're taking in. I'm gonna eat this meal, and then I'll check back in with you guys for the last meal of the day. The end of the day has come. Meal 5 has arrived, which is both depressing and also nice because it means I get to go to sleep and I'm very tired. But let me show you guys what I'm having to wrap this day up. So we have 180 grams of ground beef in there, and there's 100 grams of green beans, 140 grams of potatoes. I'm gonna throw on some of this Melinda's Mexicana sauce. I've not tried this yet. Let me put it on here real quick and test it out for you guys and see if this is worth buying or not. Let's check it out. Consistency is a little different than I expected. I'm expecting it to be kind of like a taco sauce, like a Taco Bell type sauce or something. Oh, that's good. That's really good. A little less spicy than I expected, which is good too. I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10. Definitely go pick that up. But gonna eat this meal now and then go to bed. I also take some supplements with this last meal. Only a few things in here. Fish oil, Tudka, NAC, and astragalus are the PM supplements with my last meal here. And then before bed, I also take magnesium, and I'm trying to think what else. That's it. Magnesium is the only pre-bedtime supplement I'm taking right now. Sometimes ashwagandha, but I've been taking that in the morning only at the moment right now. But pre-bed, sometimes I'll mix in ashwagandha if I'm going through a more stressful time period. But with that being said, I'm going to eat this meal, finish this day out, get some sleep, and I want to thank you guys for tuning into this video. Make sure you are subscribed, like the video, and tell me what you want to see. I'm publishing content all the time. I think next I might upload a video of one of my refeed days that are super high calories because that's a lot more fun. But I wanted to show what these poverty calories kind of look like for somebody my size. So I'll flash the total calories here right now so you can see what the total macros and calories are for the day. But I want to thank you guys for being a part of this video. I hope you have a great day or night depending on whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one.